if you're an individual who enjoys or wills a certain influence, you have to be more circumspect about what you say because people, your followers, may think it na seryoso ka. That's why, pag sinasabi na joke, when will it end? We don't know which one is joke and which one is not. So I think we have to be more more circumspect about how we say things out in the public, especially if the occasion calls for a choosing of new leaders in the country. So yun yung aking position doon at pananaw na hindi dapat agad-agada natin ma-normalize at ma-trivialize yung mga threat na dali-dalian mo lang sabihin, pumatay or patayin.
So, good morning, Kong Zia, Kong Rog. Hi po. Sundan ko lang po yung tanong ni Ate Mela. Kasi this morning sa mga prominent na international broadsheet, headline po yung threat ni former President Duterte. Hihingi lang ako ng reaction, sir, na kasi sabi ni Kong Joel nung nakaraan on BP Sara's side, dun sa threat naman versus our Pangulo. Sabi niya parang international embarrassment yung nangyari dahil nasulat nga sa mga broadsheet yung naging threat na ni VP Sara. And now, former President Duterte naman has these threats and nandito ngayong looming election season. So ano lang po yung reaction as a lawmaker na this is the kind of traction na nakukuha sa Pilipinas, specifically this season of the time?
Yung sinabi ko, that's why it's disheartening eh. Kaya nga sinasabi natin, we have to be circumspect about the things that we say out in public. Kasi in the first place, kung naka-attract siya ng negative attention, it's because of the statement in itself is negative. 'Di ba? Ano bang purpose mo doon? Ba't mo sinabi 'yon? To not only threaten candidates. Of course, we're in a generation that the information is so fast that it travels faster than the speed of light. So naturally, that would really land on print and on news, online news. So kaya nga sinasabi natin, sa mundong ito, hindi lang tayo ang nag-uusap-usap because of the information sharing and the globalization. One news from one certain part of the world will travel fast to another country. So I guess it's a matter of holding ourselves not only accountable to the things that we say, but we have to choose our words correctly, no? Especially if we have a certain degree of power and influence over a certain group of people. In this case, sa whatever you call it, in whatever angles you may, talagang hindi dapat po natin payagan na man-normalize yung salitang pagpatay at pagbomba. Kasi nga, hindi lang ho yan sa aking opinion. Pero even po sa ating mga polisiya, batas hindi talaga ho po. May penalty ho talaga yan. Sabi ko nga sa mga airports, if you throw a bomb joke, talagang pupusasan ka. Diba? Aarestuhin ka talaga.
Kung given that weight, and speaking of accountability, purso ko lang yung angle. Do you think it's high time na meron ng pag-iimbestiga na gawin in case na maulit? Kasi simula pa lang naman to, proclamation rally pa lang yon. And usually, ang pattern is that kapag may nag-react, katulad nito, may statement kayo na bago, maririnig ng kabilang panig, and then of course, they are free to also have their opinions back. Pero in case na ganito yung maging pattern pa rin, dapat ba mas appropriate action ba yung meron talagang cases na ma-file or maimbestigahan na yung ganitong klaseng pagbabanta?
Well, if we believe in the phrase that no one is above the law, it should be applied to everyone. Diba? Kung ang ordinaryong tao, inaaresto mo dahil nag-joke lang siya ng bomba or may papatayin, I don't see any reason why it should also be applied to a certain individual simply because he's higher in stature or in influence.
From Bibian Gulio of ABS-CBN2.
Good afternoon po.
Just going back to the Kill Senator's remark of former President Rodrigo Duterte, ano po yung mga, you urge the NBI to look into it, ano po yung mga nakikita ninyo na posibleng ikaso with those remarks?
Well, I think it's about it's about time para sa akin personally, in my opinion. It's about time that the law enforcement agencies to take seriously about this kind of rhetorics, 'di ba? As to whether or not there is a validity or there's a merit for the NBI to pursue filing charges against President Duterte. That would depend on how they would probably proceed with the investigation. That's why magkakaroon ng investigation to make sure that there is really indeed a merit to file possible cases, no. Nakita naman natin dito sa Vice President Sara Duterte, still ang DOJ, they're still looking for possible filing of cases when she made those threats against President BBM, First Lady and Speaker Martin Romualdez. I think the point that I'm trying to drive at is that let's draw the line when can we actually accept things as joke or as a mere as a simple ordinary rhetoric from that of a statement that actually causes harm to individual lives. So I think that's just the thing that I would like to drive at. Kung sinasabi po natin na kailangan seryosohin ho natin yung mga ordinaryo na tao pag sila ay nagbabanta or nagjo-joke man lang ng mga bomb threats ay inaaresto natin sila. Why can't we be selective in our application of that kind of law and policies?
Kong Rod, your thoughts on that? Meron po bang mga nalabag? Or in your opinion, ano po yung mga nakikita nyo na mga posibleng nalabag ng statement na yon na batas? Also, do you see it as possibly laying down the defense for the impeachment trial of the Vice President?
Of course, I'm a little rusty on criminal law, but I think what comes to mind is grave threats. That would be the first thing that you'd have to take a look into. I don't know if it would be parang a threat to direct assault, but at the end of the day, what's really important to take note lang po siguro, it's not the importance of anong may kakaso. I think we're just talking about, I agree 100% with Kong Adiong, it's about the normalization of these kinds of ganitong pananalita. Normal na po ba ito sa lipunan natin? Katanggap-tanggap na po ba ang mga ganitong mga binibitaw na mga salita? It's come to the point na po na parang I can't believe we're going to say na it's normal to joke about killing, it's normal to joke about, yung mga ganun. So, what's scary especially is that under oath, nabanggit po, the one who uttered that word, nabanggit po na he did indeed kill people. So, where do we draw the line? And then after magsabi ng ganitong salita, later on, papasok yung interpreter, magsasabi na, biro lang daw po yun, hindi po yung totoo, hyperbole. I think we have to really take it seriously na po. Not so much in the extent, depends. If NBI finds probable cause, then there will be a case. But more than the case, we have to take these words seriously. We don't take it lightly. The senators have to beef their protection. Di natin alam. More than even if the one who uttered the words is not serious, you cannot disregard the fact that he has a lot of followers. Paano kung sila po, they take this as a call to arms? What if ako naniniwala sa isang tao, sabi niya, patayin na lang natin to. Ako, maniniwala ko, okay. That's a problem with words. It emboldens people to do what might be, it might do wrong. So I think more important than the case is the principle. So to answer, roundabout na naman. To answer the question, I think grave threats, but more importantly, all preparations, consider it serious. Yun lang po siguro.